English is not a science but an art. In this video series, I'm going to show you how I practice my English language skills. Let's get right into it. I practice my English language skills with this app, Flashcards Deluxe. You can download this app on the App Store if you are an Apple device user, or on Google Play if you are an Android device user. This is a flashcard app, as you can guess from the name of the app. You can make flashcards so that you can practice your English language skills. In case that you don't know what a flashcard is, this is a flashcard. Actually, this is just a paper card that you can write something on a side and another thing on the other side. Maybe you used this kind of card when you were in school to memorize, say, English vocabulary. For example, you might write an English word such as breakfast on one side and the definition, the first meal of the day, on the other side, so you can test yourself to check if you memorize the word or the definition. Basically, in this app, Flashcards Deluxe, you can do the same thing, but unlike in the analog way, you can make thousands of flashcards and keep them in the palm of your hands at all times. Furthermore, you can also add sounds and pictures on the flashcards. In addition, this app helps you classify your familiarity of the flashcards and shows the flashcards that you're less familiar with more often. In other words, this app shows the flashcards that you don't remember more often than the flashcards that you remember. Let's say you've learned some English expressions today and you've made flashcards with those English expressions. You review those flashcards, say, tomorrow. If you're confident in remembering an expression on a flashcard, you swipe up on the screen. And if you're not confident, you swipe left on the screen. Finally, if you don't remember the expression at all, you swipe down on the screen. This is how this app classifies your flashcards according to your familiarity with the flashcards. And then, as I said, this app shows the flashcards according to your familiarity with the flashcard. The worse you remember a flashcard, the shorter the period before reviewing it. When it comes to the mechanism that shows flashcards according to your familiarity, this app follows a scientific way called the forgetting curve. Forgetting curve is a result of scientific experiments on how people remember and forget things. In this video, I'm not going to talk about it in detail, but just remember it's a scientific way that helps you remember things better. This is the first screen when you run the app. You tap the plus sign on the top right side and tap Empty Deck to make a deck. Tap Deck Name and name it. Tap Save. Tap Create Deck. For your information, a deck is a box you put your flashcards in. On the next screen, you tap the plus sign on the top right side again. Tap the first blank line and type, say, when you meet a person for the first time. And then tap Next to go to the other side. Type the expression, nice to meet you. Tap Done on the top right side. Tap the back button on the top left side and you see the flashcard you've just made. This is how to add flashcards. Tap the back button again and again. You go back to the first screen and you see the deck you made with the number 1, meaning that there is a 1 flashcard in the deck. Tap the deck and you see the front of the flashcard. Touch the screen and you see the back of the flashcard. Touch the screen again and you go back to the front. So you can swipe the flashcard by touching the screen just like that. Tap the top right corner on the screen and you go to the setting. Tap card order. And then tap space the repetition to set the deck to show your flashcards according to the forgetting curve. Tap the back button and tap the X sign on the top right. You see the description. Starting a new deck, new cards will be tested 10 at a time and will become active after getting it correct 3 times in a row. Return to the main screen when done learning new cards. I believe you don't understand what it means, so I'll explain now. When you add a new flashcard, the flashcard is not active yet, which means the new flashcard is not active on space the repetition. Put it another way, this app shows the new flashcard continually until you get the flashcard correct 3 times in a row. Once you get the new flashcard correct 3 times in a row, this app starts showing the flashcard according to the forgetting curve. The reason this app makes the new flashcard active only after you get it correct 3 times in a row is that you should have some time to get used to the new flashcard before you start reviewing it. Now you've learned how to use this app. Make a deck, add flashcards, and review them in the spaced repetition way. The good thing about learning the English language with this app is that you can review and practice what you've learned in an effective and efficient way so that you can make it yours. If you learn, say, an English expression, but not review and practice it regularly, you will forget the expression or you won't be able to use it in a real situation, which means you wasted your time and energy to learn the expression. You should remember reviewing and practicing what you've learned is important as much as learning a new thing in learning English. From the next video, I'm going to talk about how I practice my English language skills with this app in detail, such as building vocabulary, practicing my English speaking, listening, and writing skills. If you're interested in the tools and tips in learning English that I've learned from my experience, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and my blog, likearhino.com. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.